switch on that Facebook Live also.
And please turn on the recording and then Shalini will start.
Yeah, I've started recording, and let me go on Facebook Live. Why is it not working right now? Connect with live stream. Oh God.
You can keep connecting whenever it connects. Shalini, you can start so that.
Okay.
Okay.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to day 3 of an amazing call, being the vibrational congruency of your choice. And each one of us, we know that how much we have shifted now with the last call where we were the maestros of our life, how easy and simple it is to be vibrationally congruent with whatever we are asking for and choosing that.
Huh?
And today, what
Madam?
else can we be and choose? It's a greater future for us and for the planet and for everything around us for all of eternity. And everything that does not allow that, could we all destroy and uncreate all of that now? Right, wrong, good, bad, all 9 pocket shots, boys and beyond. All yours, Aradhana.
Thank you, Shalini. Pooja, Anjali, can you mute yourself? Ras, can you mute them?
Yeah, I'm doing.
Hello, hello, hello. Third day of congruent, vibrational congruency. See, I get stuck still. Everything that brought up can be destroyed and get out. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot, pop, online, shop, boys and beyonds. So I've been using this clearing statement from Access, and it is a magic wand which I use to clear up all the mug I have created in my past, and I want to change it now. Guys, can you hear me? All of you are like looking very...
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, cool. So this is the clearing statement that I use to clear all the mug, anything I've created and I want to destroy and uncreate and create from the fresh start. That's when we use this clearing statement for anything. It brings up the energy of the thing and then we let it destroy and uncreate, and then we create from the new space. And if you want to understand it more, you can go to theclearingstatement.com and you can understand there. Otherwise, you can say pod and pock, or you can say whatever Aradhana said, and that's how it works. I am seeing everybody stuck. Rajeshwari, is it working?
We can see, and everybody's not stuck. We can see you, we can hear you.
I think Aradhana, check your network is slightly slow, I guess.
We are in awe of you,
Yeah,
sweetie.
I can see you.
Oh, okay, then it's fine. I mean, everybody looks frozen to me. I'm like, whom am I talking to?
We are like looking,
Okay.
Aradhana's looking so pretty.
Ah, thank you. Everything that brought up, can we destroy and uncreate all right and wrong, good and bad, color, boys and beyonds. So all the projections, expectations, separations, judgments, rejections, conclusions you have of me and I have of you and we have of this call could be raw, revoke, recant, reclaim, renounce, destroy and uncreate all. Right and wrong, good and bad, pock, color, boys and beyonds. Awesome. So how was the home play? Who all did the home play of doing nothing? Did you try to do something?
Me. I did nothing.
Awesome. So how was it?
Oh, every day I don't do anything.
How about the people who really work hard and did not work today? Anybody would like to share?
Yes.
Yeah, Radhika, go ahead.
So I've always had this point of view that if I don't if I don't do enough in a day, then either my day is wasted or I'm totally unproductive. And it was the first time when I actually did not feel guilty about it. And I was actually enjoying it. I was having so much fun. And it's funny because everything was happening very smoothly. Like there were no delays. Today we made a very good sale also. And throughout the day, I was like, I'm just not doing any work. Whatever come may, I am just not doing any work. And it was just a lot of fun and a lot of ease for me. That's all I would like to say.
And you would not like to have it for other days for what reason?
I
So Ritu asked that, tell me how to give work. So what did Radhika do? She was an allowance of everything coming up, doing whatever it has to be done and whatever has to flow with the flow. So river doesn't know, river doesn't stop to know where to have to go. It just keep flowing. and let everything and anything show by its own choice rather than you controlling it. That is when it is. And you just have to ask things to make money. Anything you do, good, bad, ugly, for everything you have to just say, hey, can you make me money? Can I have some more money here? That's it, Ritu. That's how you have to go about it. Usually I do nothing today extra work, choose to do it. Wow, Payal says so. Neenu says, I hadn't attended the call yesterday, so didn't do the play. Your loss. हमको क्या काम करो? Everything that brings up can be destroyed and uncater. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot for college, boys and young. So the home play was this, guys, that you have to do nothing. And whatever you have to choose was totally from the space of joy. And today was your holiday of doing things. Today was the day of being with the stuff. So I wonder how many of you did and play with it. And if anybody would like to share, I will be more happy to listen about it.
I'd like to share one more thing.
Yeah.
While I was driving yesterday, I thought I'll go shopping. And then my car, like, I oversped it. And then I reached the market, sector 29. And somehow I thought, okay, I should just go sit here. And I don't really like that market a lot, so I never end up going there. And I took a whole turn. I was like, no, I don't want to go. And then I actually parked. And I went to this beautiful place where I got a table by the, like on the terrace, and they were playing live music. So it was beautiful, and I was all by myself. And he got me some yummy vegetarian food. So I had a very, very nice date with myself.
Wow. Awesome. See how much body just takes a charge of it. And if we keep going with the flow of the flow, that's when life just shows. But we think that we have to do it, we have to control it, we have to change it. That's when we kind of mess it up. It's just simple. It's just like being in allowance. How was, if you actually go to your childhoods and if you were left in the room, how did you play? And even if you see little kids, do you really have to give them a job? No, they just keep playing. And if you, as much as you observe nature and as much as you observe kids, you will know how much of the vibrance, how congruent they are. They're like, and they don't have a point of in 2 seconds they're changing and shifting everything. Do they go into formal structure that this should not go, this is how it has to be not done? And did you even do it when you were kids? You were being that energy. So every time you do not know how to do it, just go to your that beautiful moments which you totally used to enjoy, where you did not, maybe when you were little in school or were you in college or any good happy times, pull energy from that. And even if you do not know, okay, what question can I ask? Hey, how can I give you a job? As simple as that. Nothing is difficult. You know, we have already concluded that life has to be tough. It has to be certain form and structure. What if there is no form and structure? Then what the life would look like? So, but you know, the amazing is that we create our lives and we keep holding point of views and we say it with a nag of it that, okay, I know it and I don't know it. The basic concept underlying for everything is I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. So you know. How I get into your world is because I know, okay, I know. And I'm not saying you're not using the word I do not know. It's only from the space of like, I'm asking, how will it show up? Where will it show up? I don't know. And at the same time, I know that it'll show up. The whole idea why we say I don't know, not to be used I don't know, because that's when you're shutting down your awareness, where that's where you're not willing to look at you and not willing to hear your own selves. Right? And everything that is bringing up, can we destroy and get out? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot, pock, online, shoppers and young. And how many wrongnesses do you hold of everything? For example, if you come to know about something about yourself or of your body, you will immediately first thing make it wrong. This is wrong. This should not happen to me. How did this happen to me? Rather than like yesterday I was talking, oh wow, this happened to me. I totally get it because we have been attuned to that. And now that before this moment, until this moment, everything what you were in the past is already gone. If you acknowledge that, it's gone. You are here in this moment now. What can you change and shift? What if you don't have to change and shift it also? What if you can be with it? What will it change in your world? Everything that is, will you destroy and uncreate all right and wrong, good and bad, pot, pock, all share, boys and beyond. So, what denseness are you holding in your bodies, guys? Go to your bodies, sense your bodies right now. Go to the point where you sense there's a denseness in your body. Just sense it and say hi to it. And now ask it to leave your body. Turn it out, turn it out, and turn it out, and ask it to leave your body. Grateful for you to be here. Now you can leave me. I don't require you, and thank you for the contribution. You have been here. And that simple it is. But how many times, how many minutes do you ever have to sense your body? Do you even sit for a minute or a second that, oh my God, this is my body? Like yesterday, I was sitting and I was just doing, and I just was saying hi to every molecule of my body, and I'm like, wow. And suddenly I started an SOP on my own body. And the things were like, in my world, and I was like, that vulnerability. And I kept asking myself, okay, barriers down, more barriers down, more barriers down, more barriers down. Let me see who deep down I am, where I am. Like, that onion peel, taking all the peels off, just being present with it. So, what right now, all of you on this platform, whosoever wants to play, should we go for another exercise? Is it okay, or anybody have a question? Okay,
I
I'll
have
go
a
in
question,
with the
Aradhana.
exercise then.
I have a
Hello,
Yeah, Aradhana, I have a
did
question.
anybody ask a question? Yeah, Ritu.
Yeah, so I was
Okay,
just
go ahead,
saying
then I'll
that
do that.
initially the idea was very alien to me to be not doing anything and just sit back. But then I said, no, I'm going to
Mm-hmm.
do it. So for
Mm-hmm.
the rest of the evening, I didn't do anything. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But today, like, I had to take my son for his, coaching camp and all. So how do I not do that? How do I give that job to somebody else? I
So
mean,
I'm not saying not do anything. For a day.
I lost you. Can you just repeat
Yeah,
that?
you were not there, the recording.
Oh God, is my recording literally? Let me just check my internet for a moment.
Now you're visible. We can hear you. In between, we
Yeah.
lost you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Though it's showing completely, I don't know what's going.
We can hear you and see you, Aradhana.
Unmute yourself.
Actually, my
Yeah, yeah. Okay,
network
we
is
can
really
hear you and see you.
unstable today. Okay. So where was I? I've lost it totally. It's weird how I'm seeing you guys. Everybody's so frozen.
No, so can you hear us?
What were you asking me? How not to do work. So you have to, it's like from the joy of. So is it fun for you to go drop your son? Do you enjoy it?
Yeah,
Is it work for you?
it is work, but it's something that I would like to do.
Yeah. So what I meant was from this total space of joy,
Okay, okay,
which is like fun for you.
okay,
And
got it.
something that, oh, if I do not do it, it's gonna like not fun, do not do it. And how to give job to others also, like, hey, who else can show up to go drop my son today, the day you do not desire to do it? How can you lure your husband, or how can you lure your friend to go drop your son?
Okay.
Or can you put him on a bus? Or what other possibilities can show up? That is when I'm saying that there is.
Aradhana.
Okay, got it. Thanks.
I'm stuck again, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
in
Awesome.
between.
Wonder what's happening. Okay,
Okay.
all the conversation that
Yes.
requires.
Suppose we were to replace the word job with activity, it could change your perception towards it.
Aradhana,
She's neither visible nor audible.
yes, stuck.
Can't hear.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Thank you. So let's play with this exercise for a minute, and then we'll go to the next questions, please. Cool? Are we all ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So everybody here, put your barriers down. And what you mean by barriers down is everything which is really irritating you, ask it to go down and down. And anything and everything which is going out in your mind, all the thoughts, can you ask them, stay out of me for a while? Like you put up your stuff in the different room, ask them all that stuff which is going on in your mind to stay aside for a while. You can pick up after we finish it. That will be your choice. And just keep asking your barriers to down and down and down and down and down. And whosoever barriers you are perceiving, can you also lower them down and more down and more down and more down. Now start sensing your body from your toes upwards. Go to each and every section of your body. Start from the toes, keep moving upwards. And say hi to every molecule of your body. Slowly and slowly. Just keep expanding every molecule and being in gratitude of it. And see where the denseness is in your body. Or is it all clear? Is it all expansive? Wherever you're contracting, ask it to expand. You just have to say expand and expand and expand and expand and expand. And wherever you feel that whole contraction, ask the molecules to turn on, turn 180 degree, again turn 180 degree, and again, and again, and again, and again, till the time you feel the lightness to it. Whosoever is visiting their body for the first time, can you have sex with yourself? Can you be that joyful, nurturing, caring, loving towards energy towards yourself? And all the people who have point of view around their private parts of the body, can you actually go there? It's your body part. It's just as special as your face is, as special as your fingers and your hands are, or your feet are, or any other body part. Also, now can you go inside your body and say hi to every organ, all the veins, all the arteries, all your heart. And can you make now ask all the molecules to merge with the entire universe? And wherever you feel there is a contraction, or you can ask, pick up like a baby, ask and turn it energetically outside your body, that whole stress. Keep sending it back, keep sending it back, keep sending it back. And now expand your complete body, your being, to 10,000 kilometers, 100,000 kilometers, beyond all the galaxies, to the infinite space, and more and more and more and more and more and more and more. And pull in all the joy, the fun, the ease you truly have been looking so far until today. That expansive being you truly be. Sense this energy in your body, and every time you go in a dump, pull your energy from there. And whenever it's light, you can always ask your being to be always that expansive all the time. And you can open your eyes and you can ask your body to be friends with this energy. And every time you go into any shits, ask this energy to show up. Because now you've tasted it and your body knows about it. Yeah. And everything that doesn't allow you to perceive, receive, know, be this part of you, this beautiful body of yours, the beautiful being you truly be, could be now revoked, recanted, can be announced, destroyed, and get all. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot, pork, on boys and beyond. Awesome. And you can open your eyes whenever you feel light. So how was it? How was that?
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Welcome. How was it being with
Superb.
yourself?
Super.
Was anybody of you being uncomfortable with your own self? Did anybody was scared of being with themselves? No?
Not scared, but thoda slow ho raha tha pehle.
Okay, so everything that means to you, could you destroy and unkill that?
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pot, pork, online, shabas and beyond. And wherever we define ourselves into the polarities of slowness or fast or, at the speed of space, can we destroy and unkill that? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot, pork, online, shabas and beyond. You can be what you are. You can be slow, you can be slathering, you can be slippery, you can be running fast. Everything is fine. Nothing is wrong, nothing is right, ever. And that's when, if you be that congruency with yourself inside out all the time, there is nothing that is impossible. Nothing that is impossible. Because entire universe is only you. You came alone, you're living alone, you'll go alone. And everybody around you is your creation. Every being, everything, every disease, everything around you is you. What if nothing is wrong then? And everything that brings up can be destroyed and unkill all. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot, pork, unless your poison beyond. So for me, initially, to go to this exercise was very, very tough. And at times it does become so now also, because for me to visit myself is like, oh, I don't want to spend, it's so boring. Yeah, so that's what I was talking, Kavita. No wonder I asked. Kavita is asking, is it possible that anybody feels scary with their own self? Exactly, that's what I was talking. That, yes, I felt that I'm very scared of myself. And then what I keep playing when I'm sitting alone and just sitting by myself, I'm like, okay, let's just go that. Let's venture. Let's leap into it. And I'm like, okay, that is down, that is down. It's like opening each door out, each door out, each door out. Which point I get scared, I said, okay, I'm not turning back today. I'm willing to die here, but I am not turning down. So what if you actually go visit wherever you're scared, anywhere you're not living, if you're not visiting that space? What if you start visiting those spaces in your own body, in your own world? You won't have time outside. You don't have so much time to look outside. There's so much inside you. That is a potency you're actually running away from. Because you have defined that I might be a very, very strong woman, or I might be a very, very strong man. And there is an intensity in you, which you are making it wrong. But what if that is the gift that you are on the planet? So for that, you have to get out of every definition you've been holding in your body, in your system. Who created it? When did that got created? Who said? People say, oh, that's an article which came. Oh, so and so person said it on the news. Or something. But that's that person's perspective. That's not yours. You have to taste it to know it. And what do you know? We are always dependent on other people's point of views and we want their validation. It's, I mean, I really don't get how can somebody get into my world and get out of it. What I will sense, the way I will sense, only I will sense, because there is only one Aradhana. And there is only one of each of you who knows how it has to be. We are asking for that magic that somebody gets in me and gets, even when people are twins, even if you create a clone, they will not be the same. Everywhere you're looking for your similarity, would you destroy and unclear that? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot, pock, unless you're and beyond. Now, when you're only a single piece in your world, now what would you do? So you have been handcrafted very well, beautiful pieces. You are the jewels of your life. Now what would you create? Now anybody has a doubt on their self can come up with a question. OMG, this is so nice. I'm sensing so much ease. Thank you guys for creating that space. So it's like words are not required today. It's just a space.
Yeah, Aradhana,
Yeah.
I'm feeling so blissful right now. I actually didn't want to unmute myself, but I thought I'll just let you know.
That's what I'm sensing right now.
Yeah.
Kavita says all doubts gone. Thanks. Yes. And this space we make wrong. We say, oh, हम बोर हो रहे हैं. वो ये क्या है, खाली हम कुछ सोच ही नहीं रहे, हम बोल ही रहे, मैं तो इतनी टॉकेटिव थी, मैं तो बात ही नहीं कर रही. Because your mind is spaced. There's no thought left. But you remember, you guys kept it aside. You want to pick it up, you can pick it up. That's your choice now. It's so simple. It is so simple. People like, but ये बहुत मुश्किल है. How do I do it? Just choose to do it, no? And whenever you forget it, you have done this exercise. Ask your body to remind you of it.
Can you just repeat that bit? I wasn't very clear. So, supposing you have some disease,
Mm-hmm.
and you ask like that body part to keep turning the molecules, right?
Yeah.
180
Yeah,
degrees.
180 degrees and go out of you. And all the point of views you have around that dis-ease.
Okay.
Keep pocket podding it. Keep letting it go in your world. That's a very, very, very interesting point of view. So it has visited you because you have asked it to visit you.
Yeah.
And if you do not choose to be with it, what is the whole energy behind it? Is it you're fighting it? Or is it you're hating it? What is it all about?
Okay, so I just want to share something.
Yeah.
That you had mentioned this on some previous call, that stop fighting whatever you have. So I have a fibroid, and so for many months I've been really struggling with it, and I was in a lot of pain and everything, and was seriously, I was telling the doctor that I can't deal with this anymore. It has to be out.
Mm-hmm.
I was going for a hysterectomy, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I was trying. I was on medication for the last 4 5 months, but that wasn't really helping.
Mm-hmm.
So this was the last cycle that we were going to see this medication and then change or do whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I just did what you had said, that stop fighting it, say thank you for visiting me and thank you for contributing to me. And surprisingly, I have had no pain this time.
Did I do or did you do, sweetheart? how bored are you in life to create all this? How many of you are holding pain in the name of love in your bodies? Everything. That is what you destroy in Nankit all. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot, pock, all boys and young. Wherever you think love has to be pain. Pain mein maza hai love ke. Can we let that go? Right and
Yes.
wrong, good and bad, pot, pock, all boys and yours. The more you acknowledge your potencies, the more you acknowledge the magic you be, more magic can be shown up every day, every moment. But there is always a doubt. Is it possible? Is it possible? And what are you willing to also die of that disease? You created it. You've got it in your life. It's okay. Be an allowance. Now what fun can you have with it? So the first thing, that's what I said, that the moment we say, oh, moment we say that we have a fibroid, in our world, it's a wrongness. Rather than asking, what information is this giving to me? So what information is coming to your body, and that's how your body talks. And your body probably had been talking, but you have not been listening to it.
Yeah.
Now it's like, hey, body, what are you saying to me? Okay, I am okay. I know I created it, and I choose to destroy and uncreate it right now. Right? And that's when things start shifting.
So what did you
I've-
choose to destroy and uncreate it? No?
yeah. So, you know, everything is about choice.
Yeah.
Everything is about choice. You have to choose to change it. And changing not the way you are asking it to change up, the body will change how it can change now. Be an allowance how it's changing. But what ease can I ask? What fun can I add? What sex can I add here? How many of you really, really enjoy having sex with your own self? See, the copulation part is not the only part of sex. How much do you nurture yourself? How much do you care yourself? How much do you acknowledge yourself in a day? How many, be truthful, be honest, how many of you really, really even spend 5 minutes with your own self?
Very little.
Very
Yeah. So that requires a change. So today I went to the parlor and I was like standing there, and suddenly I'm like going in to look in the mirror, and that's when my girl there says, "Ma'am, ये कराना पड़ेगा, वो कराना पड़ेगा." मैंने कहा हाँ यार, घर पे तो बिल्कुल नजर ही नहीं आता, like just यहाँ आती हूँ. This is अच्छा, वहाँ आपको, यहाँ हमारे mirrors बहुत बड़े बड़े हैं. I said नहीं, यहाँ आके मैं अपने आप के लिए time निकालती हूँ. This is my space. This is my time for myself, and I enjoy myself looking at me, because I'm so involved in other things that I do not get that time, and I love coming here every day because it's my space. And I'm like, hey, and then I'll say hi to my hair, then I'll say hi to my eyes, and I'll say hi to my smile. I say, I love you. How much time ever do you spend? So what if that is your new home play forever? Get up, have those 5 minutes any time in the day. Go watch yourself in the mirror. Just say hi to every body part. Even if you don't have a mirror, shut your eyes and say hi to every body part. Thank yourself that you're existing. Thank yourself that you still have a body. And what can you change about it? So Kavita is saying, I want a clarity on what I'm going to choose. Is my fascination or awareness? It's a choice. And what if either or is right or wrong? You know, we also make awareness very judgmental, because as a point of awareness just is, it just comes and it just goes. It's like a very, very feather touch. If you're holding it, if you're thinking about it, it's become a judgment already. So it's not an awareness anymore. Cool. And it's just a choice. Whatever is fun and light, you can choose that. Jayanti says, Aradhana, can you give me more clarity on being with body? When I ask my body, how do I know what's it's telling me? Even light and heavy tool, not always I'm able to sense if I'm truly light or heavy. So, Jayanti, what is it? Where are you? Come up.
Yeah, Aradhana, I'm here.
Yeah. So, what is it?
Sorry.
What is it that you do not know light and heavy? Is that true? Or do not want to go there?
No, I am not sure if I'm able to communicate with my body.
There you go. Thank you for saying, I am not sure. I am not sure of me. Then the world is not going to be sure of you. And then you're going to complain. I do so much for you, but you're never sure of me. Are you willing to be wrong? Even if you're not sure. And this is a play. You know, how you used to play in a childhood. Go play and you do not know, and you learn thrice, 4 times, 5 times. We used to learn every game until date. If a new board game is given, you will learn it, right? So this is again, your body is your best friend who's being with you. What if you start talking to it? Like if you get a pet, you start like listening to it, right? If you have a baby, you start listening to it. Acha, iska ye matlab hai, iska ye matlab hai. And what else? And what else? So what if you
Okay.
know, okay, so, play certain tools, like pick up a thing and say, okay, I'm not holding this. Is it light? Is it heavy? Is it light? Is it heavy? If you're lying, what is lightness in your body? Because even if I give you examples, my lightness is not going to be your lightness.
Okay.
Because then you're going to be stuck at those point of views that Aradhana said so.
Okay.
So what if you start looking, hey, what do I mean by light? What does, like, I figured out, oh, what do I mean by light? It's like when I'm really happy from within, when I'm
Yeah.
really joyful, where I do not have to think also. Like you say it and I'll get up and go. For me, that's light. That's joy. What is for you? So start figuring out, okay, what is heavy for me? Maybe your heavy is your light and your light is your heavy.
Okay.
Right? So start finding in you what you know about it. First, what is light means to me? What is heavy means to me? How does light looks to me? Show me, universe, what does light looks to me? Body, show me what is light for you. Body, show me what's heavy for you. And then when you like, choose it. Because when we ask so many questions, also it means it's already heavy for me. That's my interesting point of view. I mean, if I was truly doing from the joy of doing it, I would not be questioning it.
Correct. Yeah.
And so that's this thing, that at no given point of time, I have to question it. I have to just keep going. The moment I'm questioning, it means I'm stuck somewhere. That's my new venture with myself. I'm like, oh, question also becomes heavy for me now.
Okay.
Correct? And then it's like, is it even mine? Is it somebody else? So each and everything, like a baby, when newborn babies are born, and when they start growing, they listen to everybody. Then they'll pick up everything and put in their mouth and taste it. So what if you totally become babies now? Start playing with your bodies now. What fun. There's so much to do with yourself. Is there any time to get bored? You're bored because you really do not want to do what you're doing, because that's not fun for you.
Okay.
Boring is another sign of that you're repeating yourself, and which is not you. It's not fun. So that's the simplest question I've given in my other calls also. What is fun for me? What is fun for me? And what fun can I add here?
Okay.
My favorite word is, what sex can I add here?
Okay.
So,
Thank you, Aradhana. Thank you.
Welcome. Rashika?
Yeah, you're here.
Yeah.
Rashi has a question.
Yeah, that's what I said. She says, I had this back pain since last 3 years. It's just stuck. Nothing in MRI at all. Doesn't go. So who is stuck in your back?
That was so funny, Aradhana.
It just came up. I didn't know. So sometimes when we have a point of view which we think is right, we defend ourselves. Can you talk about stop defending? Just stop. When you're talking, you're already defending. When you're communicating, are you communicating for the fun of communication, or are you communicating to prove yourself? Who had this thing and who wanted to know more about it?
I also have a question.
Yes, please go ahead. So is that clear? Whoever asked these questions, things are clear. If not, please unmute yourself and come up.
Yeah, I asked that question, Kavita.
Yeah. So it's clear, Kavita?
No,
Or you
like
want more?
sometimes when you talk to people, like you receive a call, and there are things that they say which you don't want to hear or you don't want to go there. Then you.
What is it that you do not want to go there?
Okay.
So what are you aware of, and what point of views are you holding there?
So I have a feel. I feel like that person. If I talk more, they may hurt me, and I don't want to be there. Like get
So are you
hurt.
willing to? Okay. Are you already not being hurt? Yeah. With, yes, communicating for fun or for proving power. Thank you. Disha says, I think I can never stop talking because I'm always trying to prove myself. Just go ahead. Hanji, Kavi. Kavita, good?
Yeah.
Good. Awesome. Yes, Radhika.
Could you please talk about two things? One is, so I've noticed lately I get distracted sometimes, and it's almost like I'm compulsive distracted. You know, it's like I don't want to be distracted, and I know that I'm distracted,
What
but
you
I'm
don't
continuously.
want, what you don't want, would you create it? That's what Kavita was saying. I don't want to hear them. Just hear them. See, as long as you have that energy of I don't want, and that's a fight energy. And then you can always make a choice. Choice is always there. Is there have been any given point of time in your life, give me a chance that nobody of you has a choice? You always have a choice. I love it. I love it when I just say choice and everybody goes look in their heads like shit. Ab kya bole? Now what? Now where? And everything that brought up can be destroyed and get all right and wrong, good and bad, pot, pock, all nation, boys and beyonds. Is that clear, Radhika?
Second question was that there are like one or two people in my life who like whose existence is just annoying, and for no
So what can
particular
you choose?
reason.
So what? Okay, it's not that there's no particular reason. What if you actually be present? What's the reason? Or are you not willing to make them jealous of you, and so that you will acknowledge your potency? How much are they gifting you that how amazing you are? People will only get troubled by the people who are doing better than them. Why do you get troubled by anybody? Only when you are like, they're doing better than you. But you would not like to acknowledge it. I'm like grateful to them, like, all right, it means I'm doing something good. So that is where the uncomfortable space is, where that is where you do not want to see you. You want to be seen in certain manner. And what if your body doesn't want to be seen that? Your being is not here to be seen like that. A porn star would like to be looked at as a porn star. And there's no wrongness to it and there's no rightness to it. But if I say, oh, Radhika, you look like a porn star, you will like, what the hell? How dare you tell me that? Right? Because there's a wrongness in your world. There is nothing that we cannot be and we have not been and where we cannot choose to be. What if you start acknowledging each and everyone has a choice? So do you. And no one is ever wrong and not right. What can you receive from them that you're unwilling to receive? Cool. Awesome. And what space can you be changing? And what space are you already changing for them? See, anything only hurts you or you feel bad about it because you have a point of view about it. If there won't be any point of view, there will be no trouble, no hassle, no kitch in your world. Correct? Yeah. Thank you. Any other questions coming up?
Quite often we play in our minds with what is known as the fear of the unknown.
Yeah. So is that a fear of unknown or is there the excitement of the unknown?
With most of us, it is the fear of the unknown.
Yeah.
The ones who pick it up as the excitement of the unknown do not fear it.
Yeah. So what if you change the word fear to excitement from today onwards and see how it plays?
Perfect.
And then it's like, okay, let's just go. Just go. Then leap. Then take a leap and just jump.
Yeah,
there is a scare in fear is what? Fear is only of a judgment.
Or even not acknowledging.
Yeah. So when you're not acknowledging also because you're having a judgment of that acknowledgement, no?
Yeah.
End of the day, the underlying fact is we are judging.
Yeah.
But there's nothing that we are not. We are a complete apple. We are not an iPhone apple sign. We behave like an iPhone apple sign, but we are a complete whole apple. Yeah.
Thank you.
Welcome.
That's amazing.
I wonder how things come up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Jayanti says sometimes with so many choices, confused like which one to choose. Choose all, if that works. Confusion is what more information can I have here? Who else can give me more information here to go beyond this confusion? And is that confusion yours or is that confusion you're picking? You know, it's like walking like a little baby who really do not know that I'm a black child or I'm a white child or I'm a motu child or I'm a patlu child. I am just a child. I'm just a kid. What if you start walking like that with no point of view? Then what would change? Yeah. Confusion, what information I can have here. Yeah. You always have a confusion when you're lacking for some information. Ask it to show up. So who in you here is not willing to be that little child? No responsibility from today onwards. I give you permission of no responsibility, no control. Then who would you be? But the truth is, are you even willing to look for that permission? Are you even taking my permission? Are you even waiting for the permission? You're not. You're just lying to yourself. When you have a stubborn person in a conversation, you use interesting point of view. How can you have a win-win situation by having no point of view? When your barriers are down, if I'm going to throw the ball to you, the ball is just going to go over the other side. It's never going to return to me. What if you have no point of view, Gitu, around stubborn person? So what point of views do you have of stubbornness? Does a child know that the other child is a stubborn child? No. Who says this is this, this is this, this is this? We form our own opinions and we form point of views.
No, but if
But
you're
can
dealing
I
with a
just take my
child,
question,
Yeah, go
Aradhana?
ahead. Yeah.
Yeah. That, but then this has been there for some time with a particular person. You try, but then otherwise, you just keep mum at times. But then there are times you want to explain. But no matter what, there are a lot of people in our lives who would just not understand.
Okay.
Even
So
if we are
everything
trying to
that
put
is,
across.
can you see how many point of views do you have? When you re-listen to these recordings, please listen what you said.
Okay, I will.
Yeah. So this is going on for a while and you have been trying. Trying what? One, trying is you're not being that energy.
Oh, okay.
Right? You're just trying.
Okay.
So right now you try to talk me, but either you're talking to me or you're not talking to me. You can't try.
I am. Yeah.
Yeah. So you are not trying, right? So either you're talking it out. And then when you have to talk about you and make the other person understand, you are already gonna go and stand under them. You're gonna be contracted. Do you really need to prove yourself? If you have to prove to people, then do you really want those people in your life?
But we can't let go of everyone if they're
That's a
they're
choice.
part of your life.
So what does that mean to you of let going? If you're not able to make them understand, and if you're not able to validate yourself and prove yourself to them, that means you've already let them gone. Were they even yours? Have you already
Now
not
I
let
can
them gone?
relate to your whole call of be the queen.
I am, and
No,
I do.
Yeah, and I am like, when
Be
I
the queen.
start doing it and I start practicing it, people are like, "Oh my God, isko kya ho gaya?"
But it's like, because you also have somewhere a deep down a point of view कि मैं इतना अलग behave कर रही हूँ, कोई लोग मुझे judge तो नहीं करें.
Okay. Okay.
Are you willing to be judged? Are you willing to stand out alone in the world? But I want friends, I want people. But those people and friends are anyways not yours because they're already judging you.
There it is.
But that's a point of view and a fake idea you made in your head that I had people around. And then you get bugged, then you cry, then you howl, then you have all the drama going on.
Got it. Got
And
it.
are you anyways happy?
I chose to be happy.
Happiness is a choice. Happiness is inbuilt.
Yes.
And why would you give up your happiness and joy for anything and anyone ever? Asa?
Yeah.
Who
Thank
was the
you.
other person? Welcome. Who else was saying something?
It was me,
Yeah, Ritu.
Ratna. But yeah, I was just saying at that time that with children, it's like when one child is dealing with a stubborn child,
Mhm.
और उसको नहीं मिल रहा तो वो तो रोने बैठ जाता है.
That's his choice. Can you
Yeah,
trust his
and
choice?
so but how do we do that? I mean, if you're talking to a
So
stubborn
when you
person,
do not get something, do you cry, Ritu?
I used to. I don't
Yeah.
do it anymore.
Yeah. Truth, you do not do anymore. You can only preach what you practice. And rest that up to the child to learn or not to learn. And can you let the person go? I mean, it's like letting the child go to the playground and let them fall, let them get up, and just saying, Mommy is standing outside whenever it's required. But learn to have your own space in that playground. If you're going to feed and spoon feed that child, it's never going to happen, and he's always going to come back to you.
Hmm.
And then it means you are teaching him not to trust his own instinct.
Hmm.
So when he doesn't know how to trust him, these are the classes we have to go through to trust our knowing.
Yeah.
Had we been told from our childhood that you can trust you, which means also you're going to fail,
Yeah.
and you probably might not be the best student or the lovely child, but it's okay. What would you be today? And everything that is can be destroyed and get all right and wrong, good and bad, pot, pokol, nashabas, and neons. The whole idea of letting you know is that you know, and so do they know. Even a newborn child, 0 size child, also knows. He doesn't know you. He's not here to tell you how to do. He's here for him to be pampered by you and just standing by that I'm here. And whatever I do, wherever I do, trust me. Because when you trust you will trust and give that space for your child to learn, he and she will learn. So I had this, my little nephew, and I think I've given this example earlier also in one of the calls, that he was growing up and I was watching, and I love watching kids. And I was seeing him running around. And and I was on the FaceTime with him, and he was standing in the cot, and he had gone taller. And I told my sister-in-law, I said, hey, be careful. He's standing in the cot. Now he's going taller and he might fall on.
Mm-hmm.
She just said to me, Didi, he's not going to fall. He's already fallen once, so he knows. That was it. And then another time he was around with me, and I had taken him to my friend's house, and they had the little railing between the doors. There were sliding doors. And I was like, oh, he should not fall because he's running so fast. Then suddenly my eyes went to his feet and I started observing him. Every time he was coming towards that railing thing, he used to stop. And then I saw that he's taking 1 step, 2 steps, and he was counting his steps, and he knew at what step he has to run.
Okay.
And he did it thrice or 4 times. And the 5th time he came and jumped out. And I was like, totally gone. I said, we think we teach them? I think I'm learning from him.
Yeah.
They just need that, hey, somebody is, if I fall down, somebody is there to pick me up and take care of me. I'm well taken and care of.
Yeah.
So if you give that space and trust that your child knows it, what an amazing space would that be? And they do not know. And it's very funny when people say, "Bacche hai na, unko nahi samajh aayega." I think they know much more than you know.
Yeah, but I mean, since we are in access and we are doing all these calls, so we are now beginning to change our point of views. But what do you do with the rest of the family who are still holding
You've
on?
chosen different. It's not about access. It's not about anything. You were not knowing until today, but you knew there's a different possibility. When you will be changing so much, people around with you start changing too. As Ritu said yesterday on the call, that when you change, everybody around you, you sense everybody's changed. Because they're like, okay, what is she doing? Maybe initially everybody will crib around you. Everybody will say, oh, what nonsense is she doing? She's doing some funny stuff. That keeps her happy, blah, 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 blah. And when you do not give up yourself, I'm like, yeah, you're correct, and not making wrong and right, then suddenly, why is she so joyful? Why she's not getting affected? Can we do what she's doing? Can you be the invitation? And also not coming from the space that they're wrong. That is the choice they are making. So when we say that we are into access and we are different and they're, don't make them wrong.
Okay.
That's the choice they are having it. And that is not a wrong choice or a right choice. They will choose what they have to choose. You choose what you have to choose. How will it you sense that if I keep telling you you're chosen wrong, access is wrong, this modality is wrong, that it's just your choice. You're experiencing different stuff.
Yeah.
We are not superior, they're not inferior. They just are. And when you are being conscious, you know how to tackle, no? The only person you can change and tackle is you. Nobody else. Great.
Thanks.
Today, Arana,
Yeah.
somebody just in some call, I just heard, like, what if this is you're in a fun park and everybody is on a different ride? You are in a roller coaster and somebody else is in a roundabout.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
That's what is going, and not that roller coaster is a greater ride than the other rides. Yeah. Does that work? Any other questions for the day? Or we are all sorted?
Radhana,
Hanji, yeah, Naga.
yeah, as we are talking about the body today,
Mhm.
first thing is loving ourselves and loving our bodies. What if we ask our bodies to shape in a way wherein it likes?
Of course. That's the congruency your body would like to have from you. Are you in congruency with your body? What you're eating, what you're drinking, what you're being, are you present with your body?
Yes.
And are you comfortable in your own skin, howsoever you are? If you are not, even if you like, it's so funny. Like I was watching my old pictures and I saw, I'm like, oh, I was like 7 years back or 8 years back, I saw my pictures and I'm like, wow, I was so skinny. I was like so hot. Like when my brother says, but you look malnutrition then and you look sexier now. And I'm like, okay, interesting. And I'm like, but yeah, you thought I was so mota. And I'm like, shit, is how you want to look at it. So that's where I learned to be more in allowance of my body, howsoever it shows. So I talk to my body, hey body, I love you, and I would love you to be how you would like to be. And sometimes I'm like, can we look more sexier and hotter? And body's like, okay, we'll look. Something like, can we be looking more comfy? Okay, we'll do that. So it will take its own sweet time. And sometimes I'm like, hey body, I know you're loving it. Can we now change it? Is there a possibility? And then I'm like, okay, let's see. And it might take me for trekking. It might make me do some kind of an interesting diet will show up. And I'm like, okay, let me do and play with it. So the congruency of not at being unease in your own skin. So congruency with everything, the house you're living, the food you're eating, the thought you're having, everything is telling you about you. Everything is about you. So your almirahs, your house, your beds, your toilets, your room, everything has to have the congruency of who you be. That is that you enjoy the joy of it being around you. It's a very simple example. Even if you're not looking at your spaces in the houses, that means there are a lot of pockets you're holding in your body which you're not looking, which means you're also looking a lot of stuff in your heads which you're blocking. Just a thing I am saying for you to ponder. Everything around you speaks about you.
Even the 1 hour that we are spending now.
Yeah, even the 1 hour we are spending now is a part of it. And I'm so grateful to each one of you showing up every time here, and what a contribution you all are. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I love you. All my gratitude flows to each one of you.
Yesterday's recording
Yes, all the recordings, 3 recordings, we would be putting on YouTube by tomorrow, Ras.
Yeah, by tomorrow.
Yeah, by tomorrow, because the Rajkumar wasn't here and my passport was with him. He's traveling.
Thank you.
So the moment he is here, we will update it on the 12-month groups.
Thank
And you
you.
can pass it on to others if you choose
And
to.
you guys can watch this live also on FB in the Be the Change page.
Yeah, so
Be the Change page. It's going
yeah.
live right now also. So
Oh,
today's call you can watch over there also.
wow, awesome. And there are, so my hosts have told me to invite you guys for my classes before I end
Yes,
this call.
please. Yes,
Yes. So
please.
I am coming up with a foundation. I am coming up with a lot of classes, but foundations are coming to Bombay, Bangalore. The right voice is in Delhi, Bangalore, Jaipur, right? Anything else I'm missing on? So there are a lot of classes, guys. If you really want to come in, join me, have fun. Please,
Mumbai,
every
Pune.
city, Mumbai, Pune,
Bang.
Delhi, and what other city wants to invite me, I'm willing to be there, play with you guys. You can go check it on my website or maybe on my pages, Beat the Change, and you will find it, because I also do not remember them much. So, but I'm very, very grateful. Even if you don't, we will show up here in the 12-month series next month. Let's see, Shalini, darling, gets what topic. And I would be very, very grateful to you guys to contribute energetically to Shalini, because she has created something in her body which she was sad about, and what if we can turn all the molecules for her today. And let's see what that shows up. All the magicians here. What
Hi, Aradhna.
Hi, Deepti. Yeah.
Actually, I want to just acknowledge one thing. My husband, he is a very big critic of this access. He always has a point of view of everything. But you are the only person who he keeps listening to you.
How did I get so lucky? What's your name? Can we have your name?
Rahul.
Rahul. Thank you, Rahul. I am blessed. And I'm
he's
really,
so
really
happy to be with you. Every time we have a call, he'll bring this what is this? Power bank, and he'll give me, if your mobile gets switch off now, you have to put it.
Oh
So
my
he's so
God.
much
Thank
fascinated
you.
by you.
Thank
can
you. Thank
we just
you.
want to be with you. Sooner or later I'll join you anyhow. But he's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
only person, I think so. You are the only person he's going to join soon.
Oh my God. How did I get so lucky? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you to each one of you. And I'm sure your families are.
Actually, we had I had a foundation class, and he was supposed to do the bars class of that time. But due to the host, which the person who was hosting, he made such a lot of things in our life that we never had money. He made us
Money
we were
is
panicked
never a
about
problem. Money is never a
how
problem.
did we.
Just choose.
And we are doctors, so we don't
Oh.
have any issues about money. But still, we at that moment, all the bank accounts were zero.
Haha. Because you
All
have to come and see me
abnormal.
and do the foundation with
Yeah,
me.
yeah. I'll send him very soon, and I'll join you too.
Please,
Thank
please,
you
my
so much. I
pleasure. I am
really
so
love you for
blessed.
this.
Love you all. Thank you so much. I'm so, so blessed. And I always keep sending you my gratitude to each one of you on the calls. And it really, really means a lot to me. Thank you. Bless you all. See you soon.
Thank you, Aradhna.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank
And
you.
guys,
Thank you for the calls.
yeah, can I say something? The New Life Everyday program will be starting from 6th of January every day on FB live from 8:45 to 9 a.m. And in case any one of you would dare to choose and play with the tools every day, fracking their insanity and changing their lives daily, you can just join us, and you can contact me and Parita and even Aradhna, Ritu,
and Ritu
to get the links. So that's
Thank
what.
you.
Excited to see you soon get there.
Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
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 Thank you so much,
Bye-bye.
Aradhna.